women on social media, and man, it's too much nowadays. It's too much.
Don't feed the trolls. Don't let them get under your skin either. When you react to them, they got ya. And that goes for people you deal with in everyday life too.
Be wary of Billy Joe Bob. All the wives are getting moist for him. Social skills. Leveling up. We're far too quick to just blame the women. We allow it to happen. I feel like my IQ points have gone down. It's all trash and toilet humor. And it's not just the people you follow, because it's everybody. I don't know how anybody who knows what we know can just spit out the red pill.
Do you. Do what feels right to the core. Don't be a people-pleasing cookie cutter.
And most high protect me. Don't ever let me stoop to that level.
Bad boy D. Masculinity TV.
Discuss ideas. Solve problems. They don't want that. And anybody who's down with the more deeper red pills, the red pills you fall down, you find in little rabbit holes, knows exactly who they are. Some people would call me one of the kindest people they've ever met. And some people would call me an arrogant a-hole or a jerk, which sometimes is actually even more flattering. Just don't call me nice. But the reason they have that perception of me is I treat them in accordance to how they behave around me and in life. So yes, sometimes you have to be mercenary karma. I don't know if you get bad karma reverberations from it, or you are a mercenary, but sometimes, yes, you do what feels, because no matter what, it's going to be a better version of yourself. You're going to feel right to the core. So I don't blame the women. I blame the enablers. Those that have enabled this to happen. Them, as I aforementioned, that are programming the women to think that way. And they're programming the blue pill beta without enough testosterone to support this. Because that is the dangerous part about the blue pill beta male. Is they're almost as strong as a real man. So you get about 10 of those guys together and they can be pretty dangerous. I can actually smell them right now. They're coming down the street. I can smell the vaping pens, and I can hear the Tekashi 6ix9ine music. I'm not a huge fan of all these cookie cutter terms like level up and karma, things of that nature, but I'm expressing in a way that the majority of the audience can understand. And keep in mind, when bad things happen to you, I always keep in mind it's a consequence of karma. Sometimes I feel as if I'm mercenary karma and I have to put people in their place, but it doesn't mean I still won't get something reverberated back. It's just how it works. One term I don't think that's cookie cutter is things don't happen to you, they happen for you. It's hard to find like-minded men in our communities, cities, and spaces. And that could be one of the reasons why men gathering and thinking men gathering and speaking about ideas and not people is frowned upon. The 90% drifters, just be happy that you're one of the non-drifters. Because if you're watching a video like this, and if you like the video, I'm pretty darn confident that you're a non-drifter man. And I personally don't believe there's such thing as a level 10. You're never going to be a level 10, maybe a level 9, or on a high level, you're leveling up. But don't compare your level to someone else's high level. We all have our own levels. Get on the highest level that your genetic
and spiritual and mental capacity potential can reach. Comparison can be good motivation, but comparison is also the root to unhappiness. If you do it too dang much and you don't do it right, don't compare. Because a lot of these influencers and people you see plastered all over your computer and TV screen are either not there at all and they're just paid shill puppets, or, given credit where credit's due, they are the polished, high-level version that took a lot of time to get to. So don't compare yourself to that. All kinds of MGTOW forums, and I think they got shut down on Reddit, and obviously a lot of them got demonetized on here. That's why I've always rocked with their principles and whatnot, but I would never proclaim myself to be an MGTOW. I don't think we should be part of any groups. Yes, we take red pills. We're just dudes down with the truth. I have no respect for people who have no inclination or motivation to focus on self-improvement, because as far as we know, we only have one life. So what would be more important than elevating the only consciousness that we know of, that we have? I obviously believe in an afterlife, but I think we're here for a very, very important reason. And the fact that people don't capitalize on that is, quite frankly, it's disturbing to me. Napoleon Hill's Outwitting the Devil. That where the devil explains that when a man and a woman can really get their energy together and concise and working in alignment, they can be unstoppable. But that book was written in the 1930s, and I'm not saying it can't happen. All the stuff that's going around the world right now, all the issues of the week, the next issue of the week or month, they push into people's face to argue and bicker about. It's all mind programming. It's all BS. It's all a big distraction for what they're doing behind the scenes. Focus less on what the topic of the week is and focus more on what's important. With social media now and everything, it's just too unscrupulous and scandalous. It's too much. I know how women act. Like, I know for a fact that if I was a little more shady, scandalous, and unscrupulous, I could have bagged a lot of wives. And I know it's easier said than done, but try not to talk about people, at least in a negative light. You know the old saying, if you don't have anything good to say, don't say it at all? Well, there's truth behind that. It's very simple, but how easily we neglect to remember it. It was actually found that men who prefer jazz and classical music have low testosterone. I don't think anybody prefers it, I don't know, but I certainly don't. But classical music is good for your brain. So you can listen to it. It can make you smarter, and it's not like it's gonna lower your testosterone. A lot of people do, in general, want to converse. A lot of people, more people than you would think, are extremely shy and in their bubble and care too much about what other people think. To me, real alpha music is no music at all, because listening to things that will educate you more and get you smarter, like Napoleon Hill is a tremendous author. So anything that can make you productive or cause you to learn more, that's real alpha music to my ears. Yeah, man, deprogram yourself and detach a bit from the music, and then when you do listen to it once in a while, man, it'll have way more of a stimulating effect on your mind, body, and soul. And it proves Napoleon Hill's Outwitting the Devil book right. It's probably lower now, but only about 10% of people have that open mind, have that free thought, and they aren't drifters. TV watcher for his whole life. Decades. The TV was his parent. And that's a huge problem with that boomer generation. That's why they're so brainwashed. And I realized that, like, the television is programming. You channel into the program. And I realized, like, why bother? Like, you can't win an argument with some people. You have to see if they're receptive to this stuff. The majority of time, they're not. But if they're a free thinker, if they're the small 10% free thinkers, you can change some men's lives. So don't be afraid to test the waters. We do have a hive mind. We want to fit in with our tribe. Evolutionarily speaking, we want to fit in with the tribe. It's a survival mechanism that's built into us. Stopped at the local shop here to get some Carmadin tea, which is actually good for your tea. It's good for your testosterone. Carmadin, and we'll put it on the screen. Lemon verbena, which is excellent for winding down. I use it as a mild sleep aid. Got my bare feet in the earth, getting some earthen energy. If you guys aren't earthing once in a while, you're missing out on some huge health benefits. I'm getting my vitamin D. No sunglasses. Your eyes actually has to see the sun a little bit without sunglass exposure to get the right cholesterol mechanism, to get that vitamin D active in your body.